The leading point getter for defensemen in Finland's Liga isn't an NHL castaway or even a European hockey lifer. It's Topi Niemelä, a 19-year-old Maple Leafs prospect. In October 2020, the Leafs picked him with the 64th overall pick. Since then, he's won top defenseman at the World Juniors, become a top player in Liga, and landed 68th on Elite Prospects Top 100 NHL-affiliated list. And that ranking's already looking outdated. Back in 2020, Niemelä was more of a defensively sound player with a bit of transition skill and a point shot. Now, he's an always in the rush playmaker. Niemelä always had the skills necessary to join the rush regularly. He took passes in motion and made them in motion. That means he just needed to continue skating up the rink to become an option. Sometimes he did, but as a 17-year-old in professional hockey, he, understandably, chose to play it safe. Now it's rare that he doesn't join the rush. Activation doesn't just help the individual player, it gives his teammates more options, draws defensive coverage, and promotes offensive creativity. The activation comes with a give-and-go mentality, like here where the simple act of sprinting up the ice starts a passing sequence. Then he finishes the off-puck route and nearly gets a scoring chance. He recognizes space and fills it proactively, even if he doesn't always get rewarded. In this sequence from the summer showcase, that mentality, pass, join the play, get open, finish the route, leads directly to his goal. He anticipates passing windows, jumps into the lane, and then sprints up the ice. And he's always ready to turn activation into offense. With that newfound activation comes experimentation, especially as a passer. This is a pass that Niemelä wouldn't make a couple of years ago. Notice how he stays down low, moving like a forward so there's no downtime in the attack. This play from the World Juniors would have been inconceivable for him in his draft year. While moves like that aren't common from him, he will beat the odd forechecker, and he consistently tries to hit teammates on the inside lane. He's added these Morgan Riley-esque shot passes from the point, setting up in a shooting position before hitting a teammate around the slot. Some of his passes are really high-level reads, like this inside dish after freezing the defender and goaltender. And this high-end play where he activates, sells the shot, and turns it into a pass to hit his teammate at the top of the slot. When the activation, movement, and offense come together, Niemelä puts together sequences like this one. He forces the steal, joins the rush, sets up a teammate, and then eventually scores the goal. Again, all of this happens because he anticipates an opportunity in his own end. His offensive game boils mostly down to the activation and following the script, so it's common for him to miss opportunities altogether. He does all the work here, moving on the pass reception, faking the shot. He just needs to adapt and pass through the defender. Still, this lack of high-end offense won't prevent him from becoming a middle-pairing defender, especially given what he does in his own end. Niemelä's an instinctual defender. He times his checks at the point of least resistance, diffuses tricky situations, and proactively locks down attackers. He never skates at them in a straight line, angling his feet to drive play up and away from his net. His defensive skating's occasionally committing, and he's sometimes beat along the outside lane, but he contains attacks well, driving them to the perimeter to limit the damage they can do. And it's really easy to envision him becoming a D-zone play killer given his formidable rush defense. He piles up steals every single game. Too many committing crossovers here, but he often gets these early inside lane breakups. A tight off-puck gap allows him to kill plays just as the attacker receives the puck, and he consistently turns breakups into offense with a quick pass into space. The added activation has taken his defense to another level. He misses this pass, but since he's already up the ice, he just needs to come across and angle the attack out. If he doesn't activate, he would either concede the zone because of a passive gap, or he would have to skate directly at the puck carrier, which makes him easy to beat. The most pressing issue in Niemelä's game is leading the breakout. He regularly passes to teammates more covered than himself. He just needs to delay and use the inside here. He skates into pressure without an escape plan sometimes, again just cut back. He struggles with accuracy at the best of times, and that lack of manipulation persists on the breakout, leading to turnovers when he can't access options that aren't immediately open. There are lots of good details in his breakouts too. He's patient enough to escape pressure on retrievals and send a puck cross ice. If the escape route's clear, he uses the inside, he changes the point of attack with a cross ice pass, he carries it up the ice himself, and he works the give and go and starts the activation sequences. Putting it all together, Niemelä is a constant threat in the rush through activation, a big-time play stopper in the neutral zone, and a budding defensive force. His playmaking continues to improve, and his breakouts will likely do the same. He's unlikely to become a dynamic offensive player, but he's exceeded his draft position significantly. As Niemelä continues to improve, it gets easier and easier to envision him on the Leafs' second pair for years to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. For the full breakdown and plenty more hockey analysis, head to eprinkside.com.